$1,000 to have a prototype. I paid $989 to have the prototype made because it had all be turned by hand, and it was from my drawings, not like a blueprinted drawing. And it was probably the best investment I ever made. So, as far as that,
I would say so. Being I have, that bad boy now behind me, so here you are. What now from there? What was that? Right before the official break of AdX, or was that like the official moment that you knew that like this was going to be a thing? Like you were going to go into business with this?
Yeah, I kind of did it, and then I said, well, let me test it for a year. I said, I gotta just do this thing for a year and learn how to do this. Now, granted, when I was training with this in my backyard and I was out there in the rain and the heat, and Florida, the part of Florida I live in gets cold sometimes too. It's actually 30 degrees some days. And I'm out there training away in the backyard, like doing all this, after work. And I was like, I knew I was onto something, but I didn't know what it was. Was it the training? Was it the modality itself? Was it the type of training I was doing? Or was it, was it the product? And then I really didn't design it to sell it myself. I kind of wanted someone else to pick up, the whole sales part of it. Be like, hey, here's a design. Can you guys do something with it? Just give me a few bucks for the patent on it, or the idea. It wasn't patented yet at that time. Just give me a few bucks for the idea. And nobody was interested in it. And people were telling me that it was going to fall apart and, all this other stuff. And I'm like, wait, this thing's solid. This is a solid piece of gear. So I kind of just plugged along with it. And then I think around, so that happened. That was in 2010, the design of it. 2011 was when I got it made. Then it really kicked in. And the reason why I got it made was because I had gotten arrested in 2011. And it was in January of 2011. I had a really good job working at that time for a cell phone tower company. I had gotten out of the restaurant business around 2006, started working for a crane company, learned how to run cranes, became a senior operator, got laid off by the crane company, went to work for a buddy of mine just to fill in, just to make money, working at his restaurant. Met a guy that was at a cell phone tower company, said, we need a crane operator. I went over and worked for him. I got the DUI. I had gotten a DUI while I was working for that company. And I got arrested. And when I was in the back of the cop car, I took the arrest. I didn't, for anybody watching, take the arrest on a DUI. Do not blow in the breathalyzer. Do not do any of the goofy circus tests they tell you to do, like the circus tricks. Do not do that. Just take the arrest. You'll come out cheaper in the long run. Trust me on this one. I'm sounding like a lawyer right now. I'm better call Saul, but when I was in the back of the cop car, the cop actually asked me, I was like, oh my God, what do I got to do here? Like, well, I got to get I'm going down the checklist, what I got to do, because I really wasn't drunk. So the cop said to me, he looked in the rearview mirror and he goes, why do you look so mad? And I said, I'm not mad. I said, I'm just playing my next hand. I said, I got to figure out what I'm going to do to get out of this problem and to make sure I never get into this problem again. Because I was thinking to myself, yeah, I'm a working class guy. I drive a pickup truck. I'm out for a couple beers in my work clothes after work. And I get pinched doing this, stupid thing, just driving home. And, I was thinking, well, maybe if I was a little more of a man of means, I might not get in trouble. Maybe they would have let me call a cab. You know what I mean? But it's like, I got this douchebag. So, I had that kind of feeling, and so I decided in the car that in the back of the cop car in handcuffs that I was going to pursue my business because, you never know how life's going to be. One day I'm at work and I've got a $70,000 a year job and I'm doing good and I'm held in high regard at the company that I'm working for. And then all of a sudden I'm in the back of the cop car and life just changed for me because I am going to get fired. You know, they're not going to want me working for them because they're going to deem me irresponsible, whether I was found guilty or not guilty. It did take 2 years to find me not guilty of this, though, constantly going to court and everything. And I did use a public defender, by the way. So, you know, that, you know, my persistence in staying on top of the case, you know, what I had to do on my end to stay on top of the case. I just didn't say, oh, public defender, handle it. I knew they weren't going to do it because they're free. So, you know, yeah. I decided then and there that I was going to go forward with my business. And it just took me a couple of years to get the money together, to be able to take, you know, to manufacture a batch of the clubs, to get them made, to find someone to do it, and to be able to have a little bit of cushion money to be able to get out, you know, from my job and try for 6 to 8 months of, you know, pushing my product to see how it would go. So, you know, it was kind of like, you know, like it was a life awakening thing for me. And I had sworn to myself that I was never going in business again for myself. You know, I've been in business for myself for half of my life. And, you know, sometimes I made money. Most of the time I didn't. I was taking chances. So I was like, I'm never going to business again. I'm going to work for this, you know, this job, and I'm going to retire from it. And I'm going to retire from it, you know, with a solid retirement, because crane operator, you know, I was getting paid really good money. Yeah. So, you know, I was, and I had a great skill. And if I got laid off, I could get a job somewhere else, you know, and it worked. I had a trade. But when I got pinched, when I got popped for, I shouldn't say pinched, I got popped for that. When I got popped for that, that was a, you know, like a little bit of an awakening thing. Yeah. You know, like take the chance, you know, you don't know what your life is going to be tomorrow. Take that chance that you were thinking about. So I said, so now look at you. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. I'm still not where I'd like to be, but you know, it's all part of growing the company, and it's been fun doing for every pain in the neck moment that I had. I'm thankful I had it. You know, the days that I like took stuff and whipped it at the wall, or like pounded my fist on the desk, or like, you know, hung up a phone, you know, with a phone with somebody and said, yes, I just sold this guy, you know, a pallet full of gear. And, you know, like, and not only that, but I'm going to load it in a rented van and drive it up to him, you know, like stuff like that is cool as heck. You know, like you get to do things like that. And, you know, it's, you know, like the ups and downs are fantastic. You know, and just to have your own concept come to life and people use it and say thanks for it, or this is a great idea, or I like the quality of this. You know, they give you all the positives. It's so cool. It really is.
There's a lot of positives behind it. Not for nothing, you know, not that many pieces of equipment when you pick it up and when it's at max weight. For example, when my mace is fully maxed out with the additional add-on kit, when it's at that 50-pound mark, people pick that up. They're like, there's no way that's 50 pounds. It's like, let's go to a scale real quick. Go to a scale. They show us 50 pounds. And it's like the steel. It's like, how does it hold it up like that? It's like, it's quality steel, and it's not going to come unhinged in the middle of my swings. If you have it fastened properly, it's not going to come undone. And I've had my club for a year. It's taken a hell of a beating, and it's still fully 100%, you know, good to go. It's been in the back of my car. Sometimes it'll roll around and I hear a ding or everything. Hey, what's going on, guys? So real quick, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this amazing company that I've now had the honor and privilege of partnering up with, Cannabolics. So for those that don't know Cannabolics is a Long Island-based company, and they are specialists in cannabis. So those that know me know that I love my greens, and I am a daily greens user. As Pat McAfee says, vitamins. I love my vitamins. And when I say that Cannabolics has had the best source of vitamins, aka CBD, aka Delta 8, and even some live rosin flower, live rosin pens. When I tell you that this is hands down some of the best CBD on the market, I cannot stress it enough that this is hands down the best CBD you will get your hands on. In particular, I'm going to talk a little bit about this
freeze gel here, this miracle worker for my knees especially. Now, my knees are completely destroyed from my time in the military and also from the years of doing improper form in the gym before I actually became educated. So my knees hate me. Not anymore. Now they love me every time I rub this on. It feels amazing. Currently, I have it on right now. After a heavy, intense session with my legs, I cannot feel any better with my knees than I do right now. Usually I feel a little bit of that achiness. I feel a little bit more of that soreness, that tightness, and I'm not feeling it. It's been about a week and almost 2 weeks now, and I have yet to feel a single ounce of that extra stress that I used to feel before I started using this here. The other thing I want to talk a little bit about for those who are wanting to get elevated, but not to the point that you're sitting on your couch questioning your day. Their Delta 8 is by far the best Delta 8 on the market. It is a great high if you are looking to be active, be functioning, and be relaxed at the same time. If you are looking to invest in anything from Canabolics, go to canabolics.org, not .com, canabolics.org, CANNABOLIX.org, canabolics.org, and then use promo code Welshcare, WELSHCARE, Welshcare at checkout, and you'll save an additional 10% off. You will see these products. I'm going to have Canabolics all stacked up behind me as well. So you amazing gentlemen at Canabolics, I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this partnership. On to the next ad. All right, guys. So real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about your next protein purchase, which is going to be the Jocko Milk. So you're going to go to originmain.com. You're going to use promo code Welsh10, WELSH10 at checkout for 10% off your order. You're going to order yourself some Jocko Milk, and you're going to save yourself some money at the end of the day. If you find that you're buying yourself probiotics, digestive enzymes, essential amino acids, aka EAAs, or protein powder, and you're buying all that separately, and if you're buying at a high quality rate, chances are you're probably spending anywhere between $120 to $200. Jocko Milk only costs $44.95 at originmain.com. And then if you use my code, like I said earlier, Welsh10, WELSH10, for 10% off your order at checkout, you can save yourself 10% off on top of getting yourself the best tasting and the best quality protein that's on the market. Thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you have a great one. All right, guys. So real quick, just wanted to say thank you for watching the episode. And if you can, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. It's free. It's the way you can support the channel. Like and subscribe. Help me out. Thank you very much. See you guys next time.